on
Hello.
to our playthrough of Silent Hill 2. I think I just kicked the mic with my foot.
Yep.
And tell us about where we are. This is obviously not your house.
Yeah, this is my house. Our backdrop's changed.
Yes.
We're in the Albion Normal School in Albion, Idaho, which is about a 30-minute drive from where we're usually located.
Yeah. Which sounds normal.
Albion abnormal school.
That's what I was just saying.
I mean, basically it is. So this
It sounds normal, but this is not a normal.
So this is an old teaching college that's been abandoned for 60 years-ish.
Yeah.
About 60 years. Everything's fallen apart. We are in, I think we're in the admin building.
Partially abandoned. I swear some of the people stayed behind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people say this place is haunted. They've seen spirits and stuff like that.
Well, last time we were here, we felt something.
Yeah, we had an interesting experience in one of the other buildings.
Yes.
So
we're currently in the...
I think it's the old admin building. It's
Yeah.
either the old admin building or the faculty housing.
Yes.
Either way.
This really creepy organ with a gargoyle on it.
So what's cool, you know, the reason for the getup behind us is the owners of this place turn it into a haunted house every Halloween.
Yes.
During the Halloween season, and they were nice enough to let us come and film on location.
Yes.
For a very creepy video game night.
Very creepy video game, and so we've picked the creepiest of all creepy video games.
Yep.
Silent Hill 2.
Yep, Silent Hill 2. My personal favorite. I think easily my favorite video game in the horror genre.
Yes.
You know, but I'd say it's at least in my top 5 of favorite games of all time. You know.
I wouldn't put it... I did not enjoy my experience with it.
Which is fun. I mean, you're not typically a horror fan anyway.
It's not my genre.
Yeah.
But it is an amazing game. Let's get started. We're doing a full playthrough.
We're going to try.
The creepy Albion school. I'm going to try and hold my composure.
We just don't want anything to come from this back area here and get
Lance. Yeah, we're kind of I'm feeling a bit exposed because we've got the open doorway. We also want to thank Kurt, our production manager.
Yep, we got
for
a buddy.
helping us set up the lights and everything, so it all...
Ooh, do we want to go new voices or original voices?
Which one's creepier?
I don't know.
Original always
original.
seems creepier to me.
I think one of the new voices is Troy Baker.
Really?
I think
Batman himself.
He's not Batman.
No, he's not Batman.
He's the Joker.
He's the Joker.
In Origins.
He's the Joker. I had the
He was Booker DeWitt.
That's not bad. I mean, we're only 4 minutes in and we've already done a Batman reference.
It's par for course. Okay. Should we do beginner? So we can make sure we get through it?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do. It doesn't make it any less creepy, so
No.
I would say we just do beginner.
And I'm eating.
This is going to be exciting.
Nothing like a dirty bathroom to start off the night.
That's how I felt with the bathrooms here. I mean, this whole game could take place in this locale.
It could.
This locale is a very Silent Hill vibe.
Yeah, especially that other building we were walking through and the auditorium room.
Yes.
Very Silent Hill-esque.
We need to show them the auditorium after we finish the playthrough.
Yeah, we'll go do some quick filming then.
This is spoiler-free. We're not going to talk about the events until they happen.
Yeah, let's just kind of experience it as it happens.
Right,
okay, so we start off in this creepy bathroom.
Creepy bathroom.
Oh yeah, tank controls, baby.
Yes. I forget his name. What's his name?
James Sunderland.
James. You're playing as James.
And I like this loading screen with the walking footprints. It adds to the spookiness of it. What are you laughing about?
The running water behind me and the random sweeping noise. I know it's gonna get me.
We're not even in the scary part of the game.
I'm aware.
And you're already having trouble. Those are creepy looking trees.
So let's just talk about the name of the town for a second. Silent Hill. I mean, even if you didn't know what Silent Hill was about, it's a really weird name for a town.
Yeah, but at the same time, it has that secluded mountain resort town vibe as well.
Yeah, I mean,
like Twin Peaks or
Silent Hill.
It's just.
Yeah.
But yeah, for some reason, it creeps you out.
Is that his car?
Yeah. So one of my favorite things about this game in particular, but the series as a whole, is the sound design and the music.
Yes.
Akira Yamaoka, who did all the sound for most of the Silent Hill games. I don't think he did it for Downpour. But he's fantastic. I mean, a lot of what makes Silent Hill creepy is the music and the sounds. And he purposely does it so it's a distorted kind of music. It's unbalanced and it makes you feel on edge. Very industrial. And
I'm not on edge at all, man.
no, you're fine.
Totally. I'm just going to drink my Dr. Pepper.
You're stoic. Yeah, so basically the setup is James is in the town of Silent Hill looking for his dead wife, who's been dead for 3 years. Because he got a letter from her 3 days ago.
Which is what he's saying.
Yep.
This is ridiculous. This could not happen.
When I was in school, I wrote a few papers in a couple of my English classes talking specifically about Silent Hill 2 and other readings that we had to do, and just the narrative setup of the game and how the characters are portrayed. James is basically the unreliable narrator.
Yes, very much so.
But it's not readily apparent until much
on.
later in the game.
You're not going to open the trunk, are you?
No, I don't want to find a dead person in there. But I'm going to get the map. Okay, so that's pause. Okay.
A photo of Mary when she was still healthy.
Yeah.
So kind of, well, she's a babe.
Yeah.
Going back to our playthrough of PT.
Yes.
I mean, that game scared the bejeebies out of me. And it was only a little small piece of what Silent Hills actually is.
Well, we didn't even realize it was Silent Hill, you know?
Until the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you just leisurely walking. Oh, okay, now you can pick up the pace. All right. Toluca Lake.
It's not a creepy molester van parked there.
No. Van without windows.
I gotta get used to these tank controls. It's been a while. And the camera angles in this game are always
disturbing.
It adds to the spookiness. And of course the fog.
Yeah.
Which we've got a little bit of fog
We do
going
have a
on
little
in
bit
here.
of mist going on in here. I don't know exactly where it's coming from.
I just gotta chill.
I had one a while ago. It's the sweeping. It's that, whatever that noise is.
Did you just hear it in the game?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's basically what we're hearing behind us.
That is exactly what we're hearing behind us. Except in the game, well, maybe it is a creature of some sort coming to...
Could be. Just the music itself, it's
disturbing.
creepy.
It is disturbing. Ooh, there's a note in the well.
Looking at this makes me feel like someone's groping around inside my skull. Gives me a weird feeling. So that's how you save.
That's how you save.
Yep, you
Someone
interact with
gropes
these
around inside your skull.
with these red notes.
Seriously.
I mean, that's a very Japanese method of gameplay. Just ambiguous weirdness.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that doesn't make sense. But
Doesn't make sense at all.
let's go with it.
So, since we're early on in the gameplay, we haven't really gotten to anything meaty yet. Overall comparison, this series versus Resident Evil.
So, the controls and the basic gameplay, especially with the older Resident Evil, we're not talking about the newer action-heavy post Resident Evil 4
Yeah.
gameplay, but
Which is my favorite Resident Evil.
it's a good one.
Because it's Leon. I mean,
Yeah,
Leon's
Leon's
badass.
pretty awesome. Well, that's why I like Resident Evil 2, is because it's Leon.
Yeah, exactly. And Claire.
Yeah. You know, but the controls are similar. I'd say the main difference with this game is the combat.
I just want to say, just 1 second.
Sure.
I'm sorry. It's okay.
The models in this game are offsetting. Like, James's eyes are, like, sunk in, and...
It's very much that uncanny valley effect.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if they did that purposely, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
But in all of the cutscenes, he just is so... He looks very sick, very gaunt, somewhat zombie-esque.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Resident Evil.
So, you know, I think the big difference isn't found in the combat. In the Silent Hill games, you're not a trained commando or a police officer like you usually are in the Resident Evil series.
Right.
And that's reflected. Like, a lot of when you get your hands on a gun in this game, a lot of your shots won't always connect, you know? And it's interesting that they took that into account when they designed the combat.
Right.
And the combat, you know, a lot of people will complain with these older games that the combat is terrible. But that adds to the feel of being in a survival horror game. Don't look at the billowing curtain.
Where's the draft coming from?
It's just, I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not.
I don't really care if doing this playthrough is dangerous or not.
We might not survive. Well, I'll be okay.
If you guys find this, if you find the found footage of this,
Someone. Who is it? Someone
sorry, I gotta answer our text real quick.
No, you're
very
fine.
important to me.
Just exposition you're missing.
I can be with her again.
Yeah, I'm catching it though. I promise.
I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry. It's not your fault.
I hope you find it.
Yeah, you too.
So let's run through a graveyard. I was always disappointed that you couldn't go inside this creepy old church.
Yeah.
So we're playing on the PlayStation 3. We're playing the
HD
remaster that was in the Silent Hill collection, which is kind of a stupid Silent Hill collection when they only include 2 games. They included Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3.
Right.
I don't know why they didn't include Silent Hill 4. It was a PS2 era game. I can see why they wouldn't have... I can understand why the PS1 Silent Hill wasn't included, because it was a different generation game, you know?
Yeah.
But then they also released Silent Hill Origins on the PlayStation 2, as well as Silent Hill Shattered Memories. But they didn't include those on the Silent Hill collection. So it doesn't really seem like a collection of games when it's only 2 games.
Right. It's an anthology.
Yeah.
So for me, like the main difference between this and Resident Evil, Resident Evil for me was always more about the jump scares,
Yeah.
and this is more psychological, messing with your mind. It feels like someone's groping inside your skull.
It does. I mean, it just has this...
Because I mean, there's
foreboding feel
there's an
to it.
abandoned truck. I mean, where are all the people?
Well, and what's cool about it is, I mean, the fog.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know what's
you
ahead
can't
of you.
see anything
And in
going on.
in the first game for the PlayStation 1, that was done to hide
The loading.
the limitations of the system, you know.
Silent Hill Ranch.
I don't want to go look at the dead horses in there, because you know they're dead.
Of course they're dead. Everything in this town is dead. Including, maybe, James.
Maybe.
We don't know.
Stay tuned.
We are going to find out. Kurt's looking at us like, what? This is what you guys do every night?
Kurt, it's fun, and you'd love it.
Yeah, but you notice that it's got the body right in here.
Yeah,
It has.
spooky.
I mean, that's creepy.
I hadn't planned on that. That kind of adds
It's an
to
extra
it.
touch. We were going to light a fire in the fireplace, but then we were like, that'd just be more smoke.
Yeah. Smoke us out.
Like, even just his breathing.
Well, in his footsteps, like every now and
Yeah.
then, it sounds like somebody's walking behind you, or
Yeah. Which I definitely am not. I'm not getting any of that from here.
well, and I love this intro. It's kind of long-winded, and all we're doing is running down this long path, and nothing's happening. But that's part of what Silent Hill does to you, is it makes you anticipate and freak out about what's ahead. You know,
Yeah.
it's that fear of the unknown, and it really plays on that. Whereas Resident Evil throws just a room full of zombies at you.
And limited ammo.
Yes.
So that sound that we keep hearing, you know the enemies in Diablo 3 where they have the long arm that drags behind them.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
dig
yeah.
it into the ground and
Yep,
it pops up
yep.
and everything. That
Is that what it's reminding you of?
reminding me of that, which is splendid. Just adding another level of creepiness. Not to mention the running water.
Yeah. Well, especially in the later portions of the game, that's going to be really disconcerting.
Yes.
And I love this game. Let's check our map.
Lindsay Street. And Happy Burger.
Good old Happy Burger.
Best burgers in town. Stop. Are these marks blood?
Now, the monster design in these games is disturbing. I mean, that's an understatement. But
They remind me of the props we have just lurking outside
staring
our
at us
view.
right now. So, in true video game logic, let's follow the shambling
Yeah, do it.
creature.
That we don't know who or what.
Especially
it
after we
is.
just found blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and the thing that gets me about James is he knows deep down, he knows
Right.
that it's impossible that his wife is here.
Right.
And yet,
He still pushes
he
forward.
still pushes forward.
Let's go take a look at this red note.
That sound reminds me of the door in Resident
Resident
Evil 1.
Yeah.
You got a health drink.
Sweet. When does that save screen? I mean, even that's creepy.
That is creepy. So it's got like the pixelated creepy.
And he's staring into our skulls.
He is.
F you, James. Seriously.
Seriously.
You're a jerk.
We don't know that yet.
True.
We think he's just a mild-mannered man who
We
happens
just think
to be
he's completely normal.
completely normal.
Because if there's one thing we've learned from Silent Hill is that only completely well-adjusted normal people are called the Silent Hill.
Yes.
I mean, that's fact.
That is fact.
Cold, hard truth.
You know, I'm when most people are waiting. Sheesh, Kurt, scared the bejeebies out of me. Not really, I didn't jump, but I was like, what the crap's going on? It was just you.
He was startled. It was the startling.
Doors are opening and closing back there by themselves.
Are they?
And I'm not kidding.
I believe it. This place is creepy.
Well, it's certified, like, they've had paranormal activity,
Yeah.
like,
No,
actual on the registry.
I walked in the hall and I go, wow, what's this room? That's interesting. Never expecting that. Go in, use the bathroom, which wasn't creepy at all. And then come back, that door is completely closed. And I'm like, what the heck?
So I want you to pay attention to
This
something.
was a great
something
idea,
here.
Cole. This was a great idea.
It is. I'm having fun.
I'm having.
So
a
the
blast.
radio. I want you to pay attention to the radio.
And not the creepy chick next to the radio.
Don't look at the thing in the shadows.
Yeah, it's not like the thing behind this. I keep waiting for the bobcat to just. Like, why? Why are you just standing there, James? Okay, yeah. Attack it with a piece of wood. That's a genius idea.
Better than nothing, man.
What about the radio? Why didn't you hit it?
I'm trying to find... I don't know where my attack button is.
Well, that's going to prohibit our ability
So
to
that's
progress.
strafe. There it is.
One hit wonder.
What the hell?
It's
It's not human.
It's not human.
He's smart.
What happened to the radio?
Well, I didn't. There's some audio that's really interesting.
Yeah, just walk through the blood, bro. That's cool.
Dude, where else am I supposed to walk?
So this is a dead person.
Yes. Okay, this is it.
Yeah.
This thing broken?
Did you catch it?
No.
I better
I'll,
take it anyway.
remind me, and I'll talk about it later because it's very plot specific.
Okay. Sorry, I'm focusing all of my energy on... Oh, and the blood follows you.
The bloody footprints.
It's just a lovely touch.
It's so easy to get lost.
Magic markings just show up on your map?
Well, those are blocked off areas
Okay.
and points of interest. So, like that red one there, that's your save point.
Right.
Like basically, he's marking his map as he goes along.
Yeah.
The squiggles are blocked areas.
That he just knows about.
Well, he just ran into it. We were
Oh,
just
that's
there.
right. You're right. Okay, I get you.
And that's another cool thing is that they give you this radio, and you know the road's just completely gone.
Just gone.
They give you this radio
A
that
la
will
Scarecrow.
start emitting static when there's enemies nearby, and that's creepy
That is creepy.
because you can't see it, but you know there's something close.
Yeah.
And we're out here.
Just run away from the creepy body thing.
Yes,
So was that police tape or just
caution tape.
caution tape? There's another one. You don't have time to look at your map. You're being chased by a weird human thing with a hoodie and arms stuck in its sleeves. That's the only way I can think of to describe it.
Oh, that's a flesh straitjacket.
Yeah, there you go.
Fleshy straitjacket.
Fleshy, a straitjacket made out of flesh.
I love all the creepy molester bands everywhere.
Yes.
You doing okay?
Yeah, just...
What's up?
My computer's still draining even though it's plugged in.
Still having trouble, huh?
You got a first aid kit because they just happen to be lying around. I've noticed in my own life that I find first aid kits laying around on the ground outside of my hometown.
Especially when I'm in a dangerous situation.
Yeah. I mean, we got a good 3 hours. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I keep hitting the mic with my foot. I'm sorry, guys. We need to get lapel mics. Then we'll actually go like legit.
That's what we need.
Next step. Dude, that breeze, I don't know where the breeze is coming from, but it's creeping me out.
Is that front door open? There's a light source.
That's true.
I think it's just coming from outside.
Okay. Still creepy. So every once in a while I see. I know, it keeps getting more smoky in here.
Well, I think it's spirit vapor. I think that's what it is, Lance.
Is it spirit vapor? So eventually it'll just get so dense that
It'll
we'll see a
materialize
spirit.
eventually.
Eventually.
That's what happens, right?
But yeah, I've seen it in movies and TV.
Okay. I love the oppressiveness of this area. Like, it's dark, and the sound.
It's almost too dark to see on our screen.
Yeah, it is pretty dark. Think I should lighten it up a little bit?
Can you?
Just gotta go away. Yeah, brightness level.
Yeah, let's. Maybe one more.
7?
One more.
That's
you
the
go
size
to an
we
8?
can. That's the size
That's
we
all
go.
we got. Good enough. Good enough.
No!
I bet I can adjust it on the screen. Should I try to adjust it on the screen?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay. Because it is pretty dark.
Honestly, though, I think part of it is the smoke.
There, that looks better. So we're kind of getting into the heart of, the more creepy area.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're not in the town anymore, which is creepy enough. Now we're in the...
And an abandoned shopping cart just in the middle of nowhere.
With the pistol.
Take the gun!
Guess I have to be on the side of it to reach it. That seems odd.
You can't take the gun.
This doesn't give me any type of prompts. That's really weird.
Do you have to sheath your weapon?
No.
So, this is kind of the building we're in right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the walls...
The
look
wall,
same,
everything is
everything's
very
just kinda falling
similar.
apart.
How do you get out of this room?
Why can't I pick that up?
It's too dark to read the map.
Do I need the flashlight? Is it because I can't see it, technically?
It's too dark, Colt.
Fine, I didn't want a gun anyways. It's not like I need it in this terrifying area. Do you hear that growling?
Yeah. Because something's coming to get you. I've always found that going downstairs in creepy buildings tends to make them creepier.
I tend to find that going anywhere in a creepy building makes it creepier.
That's true. Although Kurt telling us that the doors are magically closing on their own kind of added to my atmosphere a little bit.
That always helps.
No. Before that, I heard noise down the other hall. And it sounded way too big to be a mouse or a cat. And I thought, well, somebody's back there working because it looked like there's lights on back there. So I went back and looked into every single room, and nobody was there.
There's nobody back there, huh?
Then I came back the way I came to that room where the door was open, and it was closed. I guess if I'd have been a little braver, I would have opened up and said, "Boo!" But, you know, I wasn't that brave.
I'm not that brave either. In fact, I'm pretty sure I might lose it a little bit the first time we see Pyramid Head.
Oh, I can't wait for the first time to see Pyramid Head.
Dude, he's in this building, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah, I was going to say. It's coming
Well,
up.
that's what's cool. I mean, he doesn't wait very long to make his presence known.
Well, and I have a theory about why that is. But we'll wait. We'll wait to talk about that. That's not creepy. Yes. And it's a zombie made of legs. Wasn't quite dead yet. Kick it.
Yeah, I was got to make sure it's dead. Well, you know.
So this is reminding me of that one room they have here that's the mannequins with
Yes,
the dresses.
the mannequin room.
Which is just off of the nursery, which was the creepiest room.
Yep.
If I'm still mentally sane by the end of this playthrough, we should show them that room. But
Mannequin room.
I don't know.
You know, but I'm glad you mentioned the two-legged, the two sets of legs monster there. Because it's important to the story of the game.
Right. Well, everything, and I guess that's the main difference between Resident Evil and this game for me, is everything in Silent Hill has a psychological meaning.
Yes.
Versus Resident Evil, which is just shoot the zombies.
Yep. Just zombies because of a
Not that
virus
there's
outbreak.
anything wrong with that.
No. I mean, it's effective in its own right.
Abandoned bathroom.
Oh, my legs fall asleep.
That's not good. If we get attacked, you won't be able to run. Then I might beat you. I only have to run faster than the other guy.
It's true.
So you got your flashlight now.
Yep. I'm going to go back and try to get the
Get the gun.
pistola.
So what is the building he's in right now?
Something apartments.
Oh, that's right. It's the apartment building.
Woodside. I wanted to say Woodridge. Suck it up, James. We're just getting started.
Looks like the lock is broken, which kind of adds to the atmosphere. Is like, because if there's a door, you want to try and open it, but you can't. And also, who puts up these gates?
Yeah, I mean, those aren't normal gates.
No. There's a TV.
There's also a room like that in the other building.
There is. We saw it. I love the lens flare.
The what?
The lens flare.
Yeah.
Scott, Mildred, Henry. They measured their kids. Will you push the clock?
That looks like a puzzle that we have to solve.
It does. What is the...
I wonder if
what
it
does
corresponds
say on the
with... It said the scars of the past. Scars from the past shall remove the nail that stops time.
Yes.
What?
That does sound like a riddle.
What scars from the past, though?
The names of the kids.
Henry, Mildred, Scott. It's like hours, minutes, seconds.
Yes.
I'm sure
You're
that's...
genius, Colt.
I know. I mean,
Genius.
I like to think when I play games.
I like to talk.
Where do you get your turn, Lance?
When do I get my turn to play the game? I'm not playing
Yeah,
the game.
Lance won't play.
You're not going to die or something?
I'm not going to play this game. I'm more than happy to watch Colt play the game, but I'm not going to play it myself. I do not want to control James. It's not something I want to do.
Well, that's interesting. Just for the record, I'm not as happy watching you watch it play.
Maybe
Well,
you
if
should come
you're
over
set-
here and watch with
You
us.
can come watch with us.
I'm fine.
There we go.
I prefer the real scary part of this house. I'll venture upstairs next. Where's
You
the
could go. You can go look around.
Is the downstairs the creepy place? Or is that in a different building?
That's in a different building. We'll take you to that place. Can we?
Maybe.
We'll call Troy and ask him. And all of a sudden there's a little girl named...
Of course.
Police?
We don't know yet.
Well, okay.
Wait a minute. So you can play this video game for 6 solid hours till the sun comes up?
Yeah. I wanted to. I've done a full playthrough of this game before in one sitting.
That's what the Dr. Pepper's for.
Wow.
Product placement.
Taste of the new generation.
If Dr. Pepper would like to sponsor a playthrough of Silent Hill,
Give us a call.
give us a call.
Let's go see if we can get that gun. I have
Do
a
it.
feeling we'll need it.
You could go and come back if you want, Kurt. We're just going to be sitting here.
Yeah.
Well, I think I could go to that milkshake place way down the street.
Yeah. See, we needed the flashlight.
Yeah, to see the gun. Go for it. I mean, everything's set. If you come back and find us dead, tell my wife I love her.
Will you bring me a Pepsi?
That would be epic.
What?
Colt wants a Pepsi.
Just a Pepsi. Not that big of a Pepsi. And it's Pepsi Max.
You can go. You're basically leaving us. You're abandoning us on a haunted college.
Yes.
But it's cool if you want to go.
I mean, basically, he's the smart one here.
70 milligrams of caffeine for every 12 ounces.
That sounds like a max amount of caffeine.
It really does.
It's,
They missed a marketing opportunity
They did.
on that.
I would have named it
Pepsi
with that
Max.
in mind.
Oh, is that what they named it?
it's actually Pepsi Maximilian because I think it came out of their German version.
Oh, nice.
What?
What kind of noise was that?
North of here.
Was the game.
You didn't get to see the guy die?
We had no. Something happened. We gotta go sort it out. It's a good thing we have a pistol, though. Not in real life. All we have in real life is a
Set of ninja swords that we left in the
ninja
car.
sword. So we left them in the car.
What do you leave in the car?
The ninja swords.
Our only form of protection.
Well, I mean, I can shake up my Dr. Pepper and spray it on the ghost's face or whatever.
Maybe we'll be able to see him better.
Huh? Oh, that was just the radio.
What was that?
It was the radio. Letting you know that there was a flesh
Monster.
yes thing about to eat your face. This is fun, Kurt. You should come on this side of the screen.
We watched the camera.
the ghosts.
I'd have to put it in a wide-angle lens to fit the three of us in there.
Kurt,
I'll sit on the
you don't have to
opposite-
smother your personality like that.
What?
Come on, Kurt. Be yourself.
Come on. Just be yourself, Kurt.
Be cool, man.
We love you the way you are.
I'm just glad you're here with
Yes.
us.
I'm just glad you're here with us, too. And someone's decided that now's the time to mow the lawn, apparently.
Well, to be fair, it's a big place.
Yep.
This is kind of like a living room. I could strip down to my skivvies and come over there. That'd be
Sure.
scarier than anything you've ever seen.
Okay, this is a good part. You'll like this.
All right, I'm going to put my pop down and pay attention. Make sure I don't have anything I need to spit, you know, to get a... I'm ready. Well, we've been in this room.
I thought it was a different room. My mistake.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that I prepared emotionally. I'm a little on edge, can you tell? I'm being slightly more talkative than I normally am.
Yeah.
Seriously, Kurt, if you want to go.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Move as fast as I can.
How we doing?
Good. We're great. We're good. We're doing great. There he is. There he is, through
That's
the
him.
gate.
That's Pyramid Head.
First time we see him.
That's his first appearance.
He's creepy.
Oh yeah, I mean he's just standing there staring at you.
Yeah.
Which, again, very important symbolically.
Yeah. But super creepy.
I mean, he's a terrifying monster. And the very first time you see him, he just stands there and stares at you.
Yeah.
He doesn't attack. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
That's creepy. That's unnerving.
It is very unnerving. The radio also is very unnerving.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
And now we have someone in the chair that was not there just a few moments ago.
And the TV's on.
And they're
Remember
dead.
that yell we heard?
Yes.
What's even creepier is that it's the same character model as James.
That's what I was just going to say. It looks like James.
Every dead body in the game looks like James.
Looks like James.
And now there's a key.
And still, James just thinks, I'll just continue looking around.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not going to leave. It's not get crazy. 201. That's the room we need to go to next. That was the key we found. Now, when I first played this game and I saw Pyramid Head on the other side of that gate, I was terrified to leave this room.
Yeah.
Terrified because I didn't know what he was going to do.
Yes.
And he's just gone.
Gone. Well, he's actually in room 201.
Is he?
That's why he left the key.
He gave us the key.
He murdered your doppelganger and gave you the key.
Yes.
Doppelganger.
Because if there's
Such a
one
good
thing
word.
that... It is. It's a great word.
It is a lovely word.
202. 201 is sealed off.
You used the key to room 202. So I think Kurt just left with our only way out of here.
I think so. He literally abandoned us.
He did. In a haunted college.
Dude, and it's... I should have brought a jacket. It's actually kind of chilly in here.
It's gotten a little bit colder since we started.
Yeah. I thought it would be
I think it's
fairly
because of all
warm.
the spectral mist,
Yes.
which is getting heavy. It's like getting super dense in here. I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. Let's go into the
Butterflies.
butterfly room.
I never thought butterflies were creepy until this game. What is that noise? You think there's something on the other side of the hole? Don't put your hand through it! Yeah, exactly, James. What were you thinking?
Let's do it again. I don't want to make the analogy.
But
That's like the worst glory hole you could ever find. Right? Come on, man.
hadn't crossed my mind. You know, when I play Silent Hill, I very rarely make the sexual connections.
Which is interesting because a lot of the Silent Hill series is based around
Yeah.
sexual, not overtly sexual, but there's the
Something
sexuality
else
part of
going
our
on.
psyche,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, it's like that murder that we just had in Declo.
That was
Creepy weird.
really creepy. And I feel bad for the son.
Me too.
I mean, he's being charged as an adult and everything. I mean,
Yeah.
what
Well,
else
because
do you
he
do
helped-
when... Yeah, I mean, he
help destroy evidence.
I mean, but what else are you going to do when your dad tells you to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, he's in a tough position, and I feel bad for him.
I feel bad for him too.
Because I think he's probably got PTSD big time. He's never going to be the same.
No. Well, I don't know how you come back from something when
You
you
don't. I don't think you do.
I can't touch the needles.
What? This is old school game where you have to actually go into your inventory to use items. It doesn't automatically use the item that you need.
I hate that crap.
It's alright.
Hate it. The clock key. I used the clock key.
Now, an interesting thing about the Silent Hill games is how it determines the different endings.
Yes.
It's a very
Which
strange
ending are we
way.
going to get?
I
Are we
don't
going
know.
to get my favorite ending?
Yours is the in-water one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could get it. So to get that one, I have to not really be too concerned about healing myself after encounters.
Yeah.
And there's an item you get later in the game that you have to examine a lot in your inventory, look at it from time to time.
Yeah.
I think those are the two main keys. But, I mean, that's very ambiguous.
Yeah, you
know?
wouldn't figure that out.
All right, so the hour clock, what is that? 10 o'clock? Minute clock, is it the 2?
Is that 10 or 9?
Well, it's slightly up because it's not straight horizontal.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd
So
say
10.
10. Alrighty, it's done. You're right. Cool.
Now you can move it. Because that makes complete sense. That changing the hours on the clock.
Well, if there's a mechanism in there that as it winds it, it screws something in and out. Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, it would take a lot of effort.
Maybe. I totally would not go through that hole. I would just be like,
I wouldn't
So
be,
glad
I wouldn't
I
still
solved
be in
it.
this building after
No,
seeing
neither would I.
that
After
thing
seeing
on the other side of
Pyramid
the
Head.
gate.
I would be like, I'm out.
Yep. I agree.
Thanks for having me, but I'm good.
But our lovable James isn't the smartest guy.
No.
I like the little visual cues of items. Like he'll turn his head and look at things that you can investigate or pick up. I
Yeah.
think that's a nice little touch. I don't know if you really see that in a lot of games of this era. I'm trying to think back to the old Resident Evil games if they did that. I don't think they did, because I remember
think they did.
running along walls, tapping the X button, trying to find stupid keys that I was missing.
So this is an unsettling perspective.
Yeah, and this is where Pyramid Head was in this general vicinity.
Right
Probably where that blood is.
Probably. Just after he had killed your doppelganger.
Yep.
Now you're going to go find him.
Yeah, let's go the only way he could have gone.
Yes. That makes sense. And go further down.
Well, you love going down.
Descending into madness. It's locked.
Son of a...
I'm not going to lie. I have a general sense of uneasiness about me right now.
I do too. More so than I usually would.
Playing this game. I mean, I'm not really expecting anything to happen.
No.
Because we're not in the building where
Things happen.
But there are a lot of weird noises going on. I'm not going to, it's an abandoned building. There's weird stuff.
Yep.
Like someone mowing the lawn at night. What is up with that?
Unless it's a ghost groundskeeper.
So there it sounded like someone was following you. It sounded like there was footsteps behind you.
I mean, it was...
But there probably was because your radio's going off.
And here we go. There's Pyramid Head doing what he does.
Hide in the closet, James, and
Now,
watch.
this is something that I was thinking of the other day, is this scene specifically. Why he would hide in the closet and watch this. Because a normal person would turn and run.
Scream.
Right?
At least scream.
Yeah. But he just hides and quietly watches. And I think that speaks to his character.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's important to his character, even though it's
What,
not...
what exactly is Pyramid Head doing?
Well, I've read other things, in different analyses. They say that it's just killing the other monsters, but others are saying that he's sexually assaulting the monsters.
It looks very sexual.
And considering the story of this game and what Pyramid Head represents, I would go with that.
Yeah.
And that character design is terrifying.
Very
that is
much
freaky.
so. And James is just like...
Good thing there's a clip there.
Yeah. Oh, now you fire at him.
Yeah.
Which just pisses him off. I mean...
But it's almost a very, Pyramid Head's raping these things, sexually assaulting them, and James decides to watch. Like, it's very voyeuristic and pervy.
Very pervy.
Like, it's creepy.
Yeah.
So, you should, if you're paying attention, you should be getting a clear image of
James's character.
who James is.
Exactly. Breaking out the dill Pringles, bro. He wants
I don't
some.
think I've ever had any.
You've never had a dill Pringle?
I usually go with barbecue, and every now and then sour cream and onion.
Really?
I've had dill pickle sunflower seeds.
Those are tasty.
I mix them with the black pepper. I'll buy 2 bags, one of each, and I'll
Yeah.
mix them together into one big bag. Thanks, man.
They smell dilly.
Yeah, they do.
We might attract some spirits just with our dill pickles.
Dill is a good conductor of
Paranormal.
ghosts. It's a conduit.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Well, they're not my fave. I've never had them before either.
They're very... They taste like a stale salt and vinegar chip.
A little bit.
They have a weird aftertaste, like a...
Yeah. But I mean, once you pop, you can't stop, so...
It's true. Alright. Let's go get that key that this stupid little girl kicked away from us.
Luckily, because I'm prepared, I brought cheddar cheese.
I don't think I've had those either.
Oh, these are my fave.
You like them?
Yep. Something's coming.
So, I mean, this is awkward combat.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Alright.
They're kind of like a sour cream, cheddar and sour cream.
Oh. Well, not bad. Before I went to Canada, when I was at Idaho State University, they had
The best
Ruffles.
university ever.
Yeah, it was alright.
Are you kidding me? We're both Bengals. It was the best.
You're more of a Bengal than I am. I only went there for 1 year. But
I
I did like it. I liked it. I mean,
I got my degree there.
I loved the campus.
I was an English major. There was a lot of interesting folk. Yeah, ISU. Anyway, you were saying.
Anyway, they had Ruffles had some chips. There was a barbecue and it was like a mix of cheddar and sour cream and barbecue all in one chip, and it was amazing. But they don't make it anymore. I left on my mission. When I got back, they discontinued them.
That sucks, because now they've just come out with like wasabi and
Yeah, they came out with an all-dressed one,
Reuben.
which is a Canadian-based flavor,
yeah.
and it's basically salt and vinegar mixed with barbecue. But Canada also had ketchup-flavored chips, and those were disgusting.
Why would anyone ever want those?
Oh, Canadians. They also like poutine.
They're like, what?
Poutine. You know what poutine is?
Yeah, I'm not putting it in my mouth.
Yeah, it's it's gross. Come on.
Like haggis
Yeah,
or blood sausage. I feel like we had this conversation last week.
we did. When we were talking about food. That's right, because you were getting mad at me because I said I'd had mayonnaise casserole, which I realize it's not a casserole, but what else are you supposed to call it?
I wasn't getting mad at you. I was just like, what the crap is that?
Oh, I know. She was kind of a crazy lady.
It's baked mayonnaise.
Well, it was one of those things where she's not all there, you can tell. And so they're like, you're trying your best to be polite. And
Like, even just thinking of that makes me want to vomit.
I don't like mayonnaise anyway.
I don't like it either. I'm a Miracle Whip man myself.
My wife is too. I don't like either. The only time I ever use it is like when I make a tuna fish sandwich. Because I don't know, I just don't like the taste of either. I will say Miracle Whip is better than mayonnaise, by far, but I just don't prefer it.
I know a guy that makes tuna fish with yogurt.
Really?
Plain flavored yogurt. It's actually not, like, horrible.
Yeah.
I can't get the door open, which is not the same as the lock is broken.
Right.
Now it's unlocked.
Let's see if there's something outside.
Because you had the courtroom key. This is leading you to the swimming pool.
No, that's on the other side of the building. This is
okay.
near where we came in. I'm just seeing if there's anything out here. I want to say there is something out here, but I can't remember. Oh, that's right. There's the garbage chute, but we don't have the item. We need to knock that lump of dead body garbage down the chute.
The wooden stick you have in your hand won't work?
No. You need a very specific item. You know how these games work, man.
I know. I mean, this is basically one huge fetch quest.
It is. But it's awesome.
Go here, get the thing, kill
back
that
to that
monster,
place.
rape some legs. I mean, we've seen this formula time and time again.
Yes. Some would say it's a timeless formula.
Timeless formula.
Rape and fetch questing.
Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, it goes back to the Viking, man.
Yeah.
Raping and pillaging, that's all you're doing.
See, here's our item that we need to throw down that garbage chute. Canned juice. I didn't make the game.
Are you messing with me?
No, I'm not. I'm dead serious. Watch. We'll go do it right now.
You know, I played through this game a long time ago. I don't remember hardly any of it. Except for, like, the big moments.
See, you know, having played it as much as I have and kind of knowing where things go, I'm not as weirded out by those kind of things anymore. But I remember first time playing being like, what the hell am I going to use canned juice for? And just wandering around everywhere trying to figure out where I was supposed to use it. And like we said before, it's one of those games that doesn't automatically use the item that you need. Mm-hmm. You have to go into your inventory and use the item.
So there's a lot of exploration.
There is. A lot of trial and error.
Which I think is one of the things, I mean, we've talked about this before. I think it's one of those things that we like in a game. Mm-hmm. Because then it actually feels like you're experiencing the game. You know, I mean, you're the one sorting things out instead of just having it sorted for you. Mm-hmm. And I guess that's my issue with some of the games that have come out lately. Some of the horror games, like even DayZ or any of those. What's the other one that just came out? Everyone's Gone to the Rapture.
Yeah.
It doesn't really feel... I mean, you don't... It's a storytelling experience, but you're not getting to experience the story. It's like someone's reading it to you.
Yeah. It holds your hand very much.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Silent Hill works so well, is it forces you to explore every part of the game.
Yeah. And
in that, it's going to mess with you. It's going to screw with you the entire time.
Well, and that's what I loved about PT. I mean, that PT playthrough was creepy. Mm-hmm. But even while I was being creeped out by it, because you're just doing the same thing, you're experiencing the same hallway over and over and over. Which we're kind of going through here. I mean, all of these rooms look the same. They all,
right. I mean, I'm constantly checking my map.
Yeah.
You know?
But with PT, that's what got me, was just the repetitive nature of what you were doing and everything changing.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, something as simple and basic as one L-shaped hallway and what they did with that. Yeah. You know, what they did with that space.
Yeah.
Is amazing. And I would say that based on that teaser game, I think that would have dethroned Silent Hill 2 as the best Silent Hill game, had it come to fruition.
Yeah.
I think it was going to do some special things.
Oh, I completely agree.
You know what I mean?
So you're going through the clock hole again?
Yeah, I got to go back. Got to backtrack a little bit.
Not going back to the garbage?
Well, it's on this side of the apartments. Remember that little gate?
Oh, yeah. You're right.
So you had to take a detour through the clock room. Speaking of clocks, did you ever play the Clock Tower games?
Yes.
Those were scary games.
They were scary.
And then Clock Tower 3 got really weird. It was like about like a bunch of like almost time travel type thing.
They were all weird though.
Yeah. Okay, here's our garbage chute.
So is he breathing heavy because you're running?
Yeah.
Or just because of...
Okay.
Like that, how would you know to do that?
I know. And like I said, I spent way more time than I would have liked trying to figure out what I was supposed to do. And not only that, I don't even know what's in that bag. I can't remember what's in that bag, what item I need to get. So playing the game the first time, not knowing that I need to knock that bag down with the canned juice, I don't know how I'm supposed to progress in the game. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't think this game design would work by today's standards.
Oh, I don't either.
But
I think people would hate it.
They would, and it would get terrible reviews. But as a piece of an example of its time,
yeah,
it's still a very effective game.
Yeah.
Now, this is something there is a news article in here that you find. So we got the old man coin. That's what we needed.
For what?
For a puzzle later on in the game.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, then there's a magazine article in here, and it talks about Walter Sullivan, who was arrested on the 18th of this month for the brutal murder of Billy Locane and his sister Marion. He committed suicide in his jail cell early on the morning of the 22nd. According to the police statement, Sullivan used a soup spoon to stab himself in the neck. By the time the guard discovered him, Sullivan was dead from blood loss. The spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. An old schoolmate of Walter Sullivan's from his hometown of Pleasant River said he didn't look like the type of guy who would kill kids, which is what everybody says about a serial killer.
Yeah, I mean, that's what people say about me. When they ask, when people ask, what's Lance like? Well, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would kill kids.
Well, he's a quiet guy. He wouldn't kill kids.
He wouldn't kill kids.
You know, that is how I describe you.
Yeah. I've heard that said of me many times.
But I do remember that just before they arrested him, he was blurting out all sorts of strange stuff, like he's trying to kill me, he's trying to punish me, the monster, the red devil, forgive me, I did it, but it wasn't me. Who's the red devil?
Obviously Pyramid Head.
Otherwise known as Red Pyramid.
Otherwise known as, spoiler alert,
Yes.
censored.
The schoolmate then added, I guess now that I think of it, he was kind of crazy. That's always how I
Yeah.
finish out my description.
Yeah.
Now that I think of it.
Now that I think of it, he actually is kind of crazy.
You know, but what's cool about that little thing is it's talking about Walter Sullivan who killed these two kids. Walter Sullivan is the main villain in Silent Hill 4. He's the main antagonist. And there's actually a monster that's designed after the two kids he's killed. It's
Really?
like this big cloaked monster with two baby heads, and it like walks on its arms. It's freaky. A lot of people don't like Silent Hill 4 because they say it was a big departure from the core Silent Hill games. I think it's actually one of the creepiest games in the series.
Yeah.
It's my second favorite, aside from this one.
Aside from this one.
I think it's a very effective game.
You know, I keep saying that that's the lawnmower. It could be a chainsaw.
It could be. I don't know if Leatherface comes bursting through there. I'll just run this way and hope for the best.
There's no exit that way.
I know, but I'm not trying to run past a chainsaw.
I'm not running past the chainsaw either. I'll take my chances.
I'll take my chances with
I'll jump out the window.
The hell house out there.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
now I think we need to go to the... Yeah, we need to go this way. We can go back outside because we got the courtyard key, didn't we?
Yes.
I'm really creeped out, but I'm having fun.
Oh, I'm having a blast.
You know what I mean? Like, this is what I wanted.
I am very much on edge, but I am having a blast.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna
be fun.
be a good show tomorrow when we do broadcast. You know?
Yes. I just hope like the sound and everything turns out
I do
good.
too. We can tell them what's going on.
Apologize
Well, in this
in
part,
advance.
there's this really creepy sound.
Yeah. We'll be like super meta because we're talking about how we're going to commentate our play tomorrow while we're commentating our play today.
We're gonna blow our own minds.
Bam. It's going to be mind blown.
Man. We might have to take a restroom break.
Yeah.
But not if it takes us past the chainsaw.
So I've been looking at our clock on our computer,
Yeah.
and it's been stuck. I mean, I don't mean to creep you out, but it's been stuck on 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 38 seconds. It alternates between 37 and 38.
So how long have we been actually playing?
About an hour and a half, but it's stuck. Oh, there it
That's
just went to
creepy.
5:39. I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, that's creepy. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
And of course, there's a baby carriage.
Baby carriage. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
I hate the spit, the vomit stuff.
Seriously, the radio is the most disturbing thing.
It is. It really... You know, you can turn the radio off if you want to
But why?
in the game options. But yeah, I mean, I think it adds to the game.
Yeah.
Okay, we got snake
Snake
coin.
coin.
I like how we just died. I mean, those are creepy figures.
They are very
You know.
much so.
I think they're actually called lying figures because they lay on the ground
Right.
and pretend to be dead. Oh,
Oh, you fell in the pool.
thank you, controls. I hate the thought of not surviving.
You fell in the pool again.
I hate the thought of not surviving Silent Hill because I kept falling in a swimming pool.
Yeah, seriously.
So you know Sean Bean is in the Silent Hill movies.
He's in every movie.
And what does he do in everything he's in?
Die.
You would think he would die in Silent Hill, right?
Of
the
course.
one place where he's sure to die,
die.
because everybody dies in Silent Hill. No. He makes it through both movies.
That's creepy.
It's weird. I just think it's kind of funny, because he dies in effing everything.
He does. I mean, he dies in Fellowship of the Ring.
Yep.
He's the only one. The only one that dies. I mean,
Wow.
technically, I guess Gandalf dies.
And to be fair, he was...
Dude, it's getting super misty in here.
It's kind of spooky. I think we should take a little break here in a minute.
I agree.
Just for our own sanity.
I know.
Can we pause the video?
Yeah, we can pause the video. Sure.
Let's get through this little area. And then we'll take a little break. Because F you, monster.
Totally.
Oh, yeah, this
Vomit.
guy.
The vomiting guy.
He's another one of the NPC characters. Another lost soul trapped in Silent Hill. So we've already met Maria. Or no, not Maria. Angela. In the graveyard. Now this is Eddie.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Do what?
I didn't do anything. I swear. It was like this when I got here.
My name's James. James something.
Eddie.
Hey, who's that dead guy in the kitchen?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill anyone.
You're not friends with that red pyramid.
Red pyramid thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's almost like only James can see the red pyramid thing.
Interesting.
Intrigue.
Mystery.
Well, this place isn't too safe either.
Oh, very astute of you, James. Very astute.
Well, like we said earlier, he's a thinker. He's a scholar.
He is a scholar. I don't know how to pause the video of us if we get up and leave.
What if we leave it running? Maybe we'll pick up a ghost and we'll do the playback later.
Whatever it is, you gotta get out of here soon.
Or you can go first and I'll wait here. And then you can come back and then I'll go.
Not happening.
You can go wander around by yourself.
Not happening. I don't know if Kurt's coming back. He's probably.
I think he wised up.
You be careful too, bro.
Oh, Eddie. Eddie.
Eddie comes back, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Thought so. It's like, I'm just gonna leave you.
So there's the
with
dead guy.
The dead guy in the fridge.
Stuffed in the fridge. Which you only see his legs. He's in a fridge and Eddie's puking in the toilet. Makes you wonder what was going on.
Yes.
Okay, we need to go down this hallway. I think that door's locked. Okay. Oh, the lock is broken. So see, this area here looks a lot like the other buildings.
Yeah, the other buildings here at the campus.
Mm-hmm. These long hallways.
sightseeing brochure.
Nothing like a sightseeing brochure.
Welcome to Silent Hill. Silent Hill, a quiet little lakeside resort town.
We're happy to have you.
Take some time out of your busy schedules and enjoy a nice, restful vacation here.
Row after row of quaint old houses, a gorgeous mountain landscape, and a lake which shows different sides of its beauty with the passing of the day, from sunrise to late afternoons to sunset.
Silent Hill will move you and fill you with a feeling of deep peace.
Well, I mean, that's what I feel.
Oh, totally. That's
I have
what
a
I
feeling
feel.
of deep peace.
I hope your time here will be pleasant and your memories will last forever.
Thanks, Roger Widmark. He's the editor.
Later we find out Roger killed his whole family and ate his horse.
Probably. Poor horse.
Poor horse. Poor family.
Yeah,
But at least they didn't have to see him eat the horse.
sure. Plot twist. They did. I'm trying to prepare for when Kurt does come back.
Me
that
too.
It doesn't startle
Yeah,
me.
me too. I just keep looking over at the organ and seeing these hymns of glorious praise.
Yeah.
And then the organ's actually open to a song called Are You Lonesome Tonight?
Ooh, that's fitting.
Yeah, fitting.
Down or up, Lance?
Down. All the way.
You know it. Oh, we are down.
We are
We're on
down.
the ground floor. I guess that makes sense. We just came in from the pool area.
That's true. But there's not a basement?
I don't think so.
Plot twist again. It's a hidden basement.
What a twist.
I don't know if they can tell on the video, but like I am like really I'm really tense.
Yeah, I'm like kind of.
I know. I mean, I have a general idea what's going to happen in the show. I have no idea what's going to happen here though,
Yeah.
and that's kind of you know.
Okay, so we need to go
Fire
to the third
escape
floor.
key.
Well, should we take a quick break?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's
We'll just
do
do it
it.
here.
We will be back.
Yep. If you see any ghosts, let us know.
Yes.
Okay, we ready?
Starting again.
All right, we're back. We survived.
Hopefully you guys didn't see anything while we were gone.
Or did you?
Did you?
Okay, so we need to get up to the third floor.
Yes, to use the fire escape.
Yes. So let's turn back around and go to the stairs again. Oh, is she having one of those cheddar chips?
Mhm.
Those are good. What did Kurt say it was?
He was just driving back. I'll be back in about 15.
Yeah, let's play through this area and then call it.
For my mental sanity. We'll finish the game tomorrow. Pick up where we left off. There's so much I want to talk about, but I don't want to talk about it yet.
I know. There's a lot I want to talk about.
It'll be good for tomorrow.
We'll have a good discussion tomorrow. Oh, man.
Like, seriously, I cannot figure out what that noise is.
It sounds like a shopping cart.
Yeah. It's really weird. And just repetitive. I mean, just every 2 to 3 minutes.
I'm eating more because I'm nervous. I'm a nervous eater.
I think we need to make the lights like a permanent
I kind of like it.
thing in our... I think it would really help with the quality in the basement.
I agree.
And I think the camera has a live feed function, so we could figure out how to put the camera on the tripod and make it legit.
Too legit to quit.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I made it 3 rooms back, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, I am surprisingly... What is going on here? What?
Is this something you've never encountered before?
No. I feel like I'm in the Animus.
Somewhat.
What?
What's going on? The game is speaking to us, Colt.
The game glitched. I've
Like
never
major
I've
glitch.
never seen this before. I have never encountered this before in this game.
That's not creepy.
What?
That's not creepy at all.
Can we even find the door we came in? What? Dude. Seriously, man. What the hell? And I know you're a nervous laugher.
What the hell's going on?
I have no idea. I am creeped.
Then you're just walking through walls.
Yeah, I'm creeped out. It's like it didn't load.
What happened?
I don't know.
How do we get it to load? We broke the game. The game. It's the spirits in the room that are messing with us.
What is going on here, dude? We're recording this, right?
Yeah, we're recording it.
Man, I've never encountered this glitch before. I've never even heard of this glitch before.
Let's see. Well, now you're not even in the building.
I ran off the map.
Okay, so a list of glitches.
Okay.
Dude, it's not in a list of known glitches.
What did we do?
I don't know. Dude, I'm not kidding you. I'm looking. There's no. I got nothing. It's not a known glitch.
What?
Which isn't creepy at all. We gotta start over from our last save.
I'm trying to figure out how to... Can you exit out of the game from here? You gotta be able to go back to the main menu, right?
What's the command one do?
I can't go over to it. Oh. When you choose on a piece of equipment. Power switch. What is going on, dude?
I have no idea, because, I mean, the game's functioning.
Yeah.
What happened?
I paused it.
No, but I mean, what happened to the
I have
game?
no idea. I did a hard reset of the game. Dude.
That was fun. And
Let's see if it loads right.
just a little bit creepy.
of all the times that could have happened.
I know.
Dude.
Are we stuck in the game act? Like, what happened?
I have no idea.
Well, now we don't even have fog.
No, now it's just blackness.
And not blackness, redness, whiteness like Toboscus. Creepy blackness.
Yeah. We're in another endless area, just without fog.
What the crap, dude? It's the fog. It's the spectral mist in the room that's messing with us.
Like, it's even...
In the game. No.
It's even messed up the save.
It's messed up the save.
Like, it's...
It screwed up the save.
If anybody out there has ever encountered this...
Let us know. I couldn't find anything online. I couldn't find anything online. List of known glitches. I'll read them off to you. Unstable frame rate, audio-visual sync issues, repeat handgun bullet casing sound, the infamous scene blackout grit glitch which interferes with Pyramid Head's first rape scene, some monsters glitching out in tight areas, a downgrade in the amount and thickness of the fog, muted colors, the sound's too quiet, some music loops are noticeable and not smooth, the radio sound is repetitive and not like the original Silent Hill 2, the Historical Society stairwell continuous air horn has been replaced by a boring sound. Hospital radio show always shows a new VA no matter what you select. Freezing with achievements. New voices not syncing. Scream after the puzzle in the execution yard is new despite whatever you picked. And that's it. There's no glitch about.
Well, I quit out of the game. Let's reload and see. Otherwise, I think we're done with our playthrough.
Well,
and we're going to have a lot to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, we will. That's creepy, dude.
Dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude.
Alright, I'm good now. We're good, Colt. It's good. It's just this, the spirits messing with us, that's all. I can't find anything.
Dude, I've never encountered that before. Ever.
So...
And how weird that it happened
here. I'm just going to take another swig of my Dr. Pepper, and we're going to move on.
Yeah.
Back in the swimming pool. We're all the way back here?
Yeah. The game probably got mad at me because I fell in the pool so many times.
Probably. It's like the creepypasta of
Ben Drowned?
yeah.
The Majora's Mask?
Or Majora's Mask.
Yeah?
That's a creepy game, dude. We could play that game for Halloween.
That is a creepy game. It's got a real spookiness to it.
Yes.
Especially for a Zelda game.
I mean, not as spooky as this game just throwing us into a land of fog.
Yeah, dude.
And blackness. Which was definitely unsettling.
Now I'm just waiting for it to happen again. Okay, we don't need to watch this again. Let's trigger the cutscene and then...
Dude, are you hearing footsteps?
What's that?
Are you hearing footsteps? Coming from, like, right here?
No.
Alright. No problem. So this is going to sound kind of like an odd question. Let me think of how to phrase it so it doesn't make me seem like a psychopath.
Okay.
Hi, Kurt.
Hey, Kurt.
It's smoky in here.
Dude.
It's gotten worse. Can you still see us okay?
You can tell it's smoky in here.
Okay. It's adding.
Hey, thanks, man. You just missed a really
creepy stuff going on. No, I was just going to ask you, which mass murderer do you find most interesting?
Most interesting?
I didn't want to say favorite. Who's your favorite mass murderer? That makes it sound like...
It's fresh in my head because I just listened to a podcast about him, but H.H. Holmes, who's considered America's first serial killer.
Yes.
And he built the castle in Chicago.
Yes, Devil in the White City is about him, which is an amazing book.
Yep. And they're making a movie about him, starring Leonardo DiCaprio as H.H. Holmes.
Based on Devil in the White City.
Is it based on that book?
Yeah.
And Scorsese's directing it,
I know. It's going to be totally rated R, but I really want to see it.
Yeah. Anyway, I read about him, and that's a creepy story. I mean, this
the
murder house.
The castle/hotel he built.
It was spooky. It was
creepy.
built to kill people. I mean, it had hidden doors, trap doors, a secret laboratory underneath it. I mean, it was
crematorium.
Spooky. And I mean, that's fresh in my head, so that's obviously. But I don't know. I would say I think Jack the Ripper is a very good lasting.
Kurt has something to say.
No, the first serial killers in the United States aren't always accurately portrayed in the history books because the first serial killers were Big Heart and Little Heart. They were brothers out of North Carolina, and they went on a killing spree up and down the coast of North Carolina. And my children's, meaning my ex-wife's posterity, my children's great-great-great-grandfather.
Enterity. Posterity comes after you.
Whatever.
So your ex-wife's enterity, isn't it? What's the word?
Their
progenitors.
Progenitors.
There you go.
On my wife's side. Big Heart came into his house while everyone was asleep, snuck into the baby's bedroom, stabbed and killed the baby, went into the main room and saw the woman sleeping there, cut off her head, and then I'm trying to remember his name, jumped up to get after Big Heart. Big Heart jumped out the window, and it was a massive manhunt. They figured they'd killed about 30 people.
Yeah.
Well, man, I wish I remembered his name. Anyway, the group caught up with him, and this progenitor of my children jumped on top of Big Heart while he was struggling and took out a big Bowie knife and cut his head right off. And then they put it on a pole And for then on, that road right there is called Big Harp Road. If you go back to North Carolina, Big Harp Road is still there. It's a main highway.
Yeah.
Is his head?
You know, I think his head, it's gone.
It was a legitimate question.
It's a legitimate question.
This
I
is
think
a
it
lovely
would've been
place
nice
to be
if they-
having
I
this
wonder if it's in.
conversation.
I wonder if it's in a museum or something anymore.
Probably
I think
somewhere.
they should have put it
Or do you
in
think
the
the
glass
animals just
box
got
or
it?
something.
Something.
Anyway, didn't make the history books because it was like in the late 1600s when this happened.
Yeah.
But 30 people in a short period of time in random places, random for no apparent reason. I think puts them as the first serial killers, even though H.H. Holmes and some of those come up later.
Well, yeah, and I think
as far as the history books.
Well, H.H. Holmes is so fascinating because everybody was so interested with the World's Fair and everything, and he kind of tainted that whole thing.
Well, and North Carolina was like pre-Mayberry, who knew what was going on in North Carolina?
Yeah.
I think Ed Gein is one of the more interesting ones.
When he's
Just because
Leatherface is kind of based off of him.
Yeah.
And so is
Hannibal Lecter is a little bit as well.
but also Norman Bates from Psycho.
Yes.
Him more so.
Yeah.
Leatherface because of the skin crap that he did.
So Ed Gein, if you don't know who he is, I don't know where he lived. Did he live? Ed Gein. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But he would kill his victims and then skin them and turn them into curtains or a lampshade or a belt.
Yeah.
He was a really disturbed man.
Yes.
I know this is a fairly applicable topic for this game. We don't know that yet, though, I guess. But James has a little weirdness going on in his life as well. He's not a serial killer, though.
No, he's not a serial killer.
Although I read a really interesting theory that there was a serial killer in Texas in the 1870s and 1880s called the Nurse Killer. Have you heard of him?
Mm-mm.
Anyway, they because of the way that he killed and who he targeted and everything, and the killing stopped in 1882, which is the year that Jack the Ripper started. They believe that they were the same guy.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, that he fled America to England and continued killing there because they were killed in the same manner, same profile.
Yeah, but they're all pikers compared to the Nazis.
Yeah.
Yes, the Nazis are my favorite serial killers.
Well, I had a friend that
Can you call them serial killers? With that, if you're committing genocide, it's not the same as serial killing.
I think in normal war maybe, but I had a friend that was from South Africa, and he was captured and forced to work in a concentration camp.
Was his name Brian Tweed?
It was not Brian Tweed.
Okay.
Way
Just
too
checking.
early. This guy's name was Fred Nino, actually. And he, the nicest guy he ever met in the world until he started talking about Nazis, and then his face would contort, and he would say every Nazi should have been castrated and killed, and so that no more Germans. Actually broke it down to every German should have been killed. He personally processed 50,000 bodies while in this morgue, but he said it's not like processing bodies. He said this was how you processed a body. Here's a head, here's a torso, 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 body, because they were doing so much testing and torturing on these people that they were coming out in pieces. And he just said it was, as far as I'm concerned, that's serial killing. That's not war.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a fairly creepy moment in the game because of the angle.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get scared easy, and I can usually handle gore as long as I know it's fake.
Yeah.
When it comes to like real world stuff, like serial killers and stuff, I have a really hard time reading about them and stuff. My wife is really interested in it because she was a psychology major in school, and so she's interested in that aspect of it. So it doesn't
And
necessarily
also,
bother
I mean,
her.
your wife doesn't seem like the person that would kill kids.
True, but now that I think about it,
Now that I think about it, she is a little crazy.
you know. But I don't know. It's like whenever I start reading about serial killers and stuff, I find myself feeling really disturbed and
Yeah.
kind of gross. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here I am playing Silent Hill 2 and loving it, and it doesn't bother me, but I know it's fake. You know, I know this is a story.
Yeah.
It's not something that actually happened.
Yeah.
Well, somebody asked the smartest person in the world. She used to have a column in Parade magazine. I think it's Maria Voss or something.
Because this seems like a really normal thing for a person to do.
Yeah.
Is reach into a bloody toilet.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, they asked her, they said, why are movies with sex in it might be rated R, but you'll have movies that are incredibly violent and they may be only PG-13, or, you know, why, or vice versa. And she said, well, when you're watching sex on the screen, that person actually is naked. It's real. And so that's why it gets the rating it does.
That's a really good explanation for it.
If you're watching a killing or something, you know that it's fake.
You can
She
detach
said,
yourself.
If you were watching a movie and you knew that the killings were going to be real, you wouldn't be able to stay in your seat and watch it. It would be too gruesome.
If it was like a snuff film, basically.
Well, and that was my issue with Schindler's List. I mean, I know I know that it was a movie, but I don't know. It just seemed like there was a lot of really real, and plus the black and white and everything. It was. I mean, Schindler's List was a disturbing movie to me.
Yeah, because it's portraying a really...
Yeah. And even though I knew, like, when you saw the piles of corpses and you saw the little girl with the jacket, you saw her body and everything, you knew that little girl wasn't dead. Obviously, it was an act. You know, it was fake. But they did it in such a way. I thought that was a really disturbing movie.
Well, the films they showed at the Nuremberg trials were real. And, you know, a lot of the Germans watching it just couldn't even stand to watch it.
Right.
So
Kind of the same thing with Saving Private Ryan. I felt like that movie was really...
graphically...
It was very visceral.
Well,
it felt real.
It did feel really real to me.
You know, I mean, we've all heard the stories about like actual war veterans would go into shell shock from it because it brought back. It was so realistic.
Yeah. And I mean, for me, one of the most disturbing movies ever was Titanic. I mean,
why? Because they were real boobs? I'm just asking.
that was totally it, Kurt. That was totally
Nailed it.
Because they were real boobs.
Nobody expects real boobs.
Nobody expects real boobs. No, it's because that necklace was just like, really? You're going to throw that in the ocean?
What a bitch.
Serious. Rose was a crazy lady. Sorry, it felt like it got really heavy there for a second.
It did.
I was trying to lighten the mood.
No, that's fine. You know, but going back to the serial killer question, there's a lot in our American history that are intriguing.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got
the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah, the Zodiac Killer. You've got the Lizzie Borden case, which technically wasn't a serial killer.
She was just crazy.
I mean, it's just weird stuff. And then you've got the Axeman out of Louisiana.
Mm-hmm. And the Doodler. Do you know about the Doodler?
No.
So this guy, have you heard of the Doodler, Kurt?
The Doodler?
Yeah, the serial killer named the Doodler.
No, I missed that.
So this guy would hang out in gay bars and pick up on men, and he would draw them and then kill them.
That's creepy.
And he killed like 7 in San Francisco in the 70s.
Wow.
That's creepy.
Yeah. The Black Dahlia murder, it's not a serial killer, but
It was weird.
really weird. The Black Dahlia one's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just something about, I don't know what it is about the American psyche or I think any culture has this, but dilapidated buildings like the one we're in
Yes.
just automatically think,
Seriously.
serial killers, I'm going to run into a serial killer here.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is.
Well, I think it's the idea that a serial killer, in our mind, we have to think that they're outside of society, so they wouldn't
Yeah,
live in a normal setting.
right.
And so I think our mind fills in those gaps and say, well, this
Because
is obviously
everybody
the kind
would-
of place where they'd be comfortable with.
Yeah. Everybody we went to school with didn't look like they would kill kids.
Well, now that I think about it.
Now that I think about it, there were a few.
So, I texted you the other day about that Michael Cox.
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
went to school with. Do you remember him?
A little bit.
So I sent him a message on Facebook and asked if he'd be interested, and he said that his schedule's really busy right now, but that he thinks he would be interested at a later point,
All right.
I said, okay, well, we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's been a long time since I've actually talked to him, but I remember he was a pretty cool kid.
Wasn't his dad Alan,
I'm not sure.
the janitor?
It's possible.
Wasn't his dad the janitor?
I don't know. I didn't know him that well. I had one class with him, and
Yeah, I swear, dude. I mean, those late nights that I was staying at the school until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, working on the drama, the play poster for Mr. Call. I got to be friends with pretty much everybody else in the building.
yeah.
Because there's nothing more creepy. I'll be quiet for a second.
This is the best song in the whole series, by the way.
Oh, it's you. It's you.
It's just a simple piano song, but it's terrifying.
It's terrifying. Also, let's note right now, mirrors are creepy.
I hate mirrors.
There's one just right out here that's creepy.
It always throws me off every time
Me
we
too.
walk in here.
Me
I'm like,
too.
Whoa. Speaking of mirrors, there was a serial killer that I read about who I think it was in Louisiana as well. Was it the Axeman? I don't know if it was the Axeman, but he used an axe. Anyway, he would go into the homes and he'd kill everybody.
Yeah.
The children too. But then he'd cook himself a meal, build a fire in the fireplace, But he would cover all the mirrors with sheets and blankets. Any reflective surface in the rooms,
Really?
he'd cover them. And they never caught him,
She's not anywhere.
She's just holding the knife. I'm mesmerized by this cutscene.
Yeah.
So, all you know is she lived in this town.
What did you say? How do you know?
Because, it looks like she's lying on a blood stain.
Because this is where you're looking for her. How else would I know?
Yeah.
Am I right?
And everybody that he meets in this game,
And there's blood on the knife.
they're creepy.
So, why did you come to this town anyway?
I'm sorry. Did you find the person you're looking for?
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
Do you recognize Mary's clothes in that picture?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, she's dead. I don't know why I think she's here.
Did we know she was dead before now?
She's dead.
Or is this the first time we've heard him say
I think this is the
dead?
first time we've heard him
I think
say.
so too.
I'm not crazy.
At least I don't think so.
I think so.
Well, looking back on it.
Now that I think about it.
Now that I think about it, James is crazy.
Sounds dangerous. Now I know what you meant back there at the cemetery.
I'll be okay by myself. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
Will you hold it for me?
Sure. No problem.
If I kept it, I'm not sure what I might do.
Kill that red pyramid thing. This is one of the most fascinating cutscenes of the game for me.
It is. Well, she's one of the most fascinating characters.
Oh, by far.
Like, even her speech patterns, and it's purposely done, obviously, but you can hear reverting back and forth between sounding like an adult and
Sounding like a kid.
sounding like a child.
Yeah. And then James picks up the knife.
See, and this is the item that you have to examine throughout the game to get the water ending that is your favorite
Yeah,
ending.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, because it like the reasoning for it is because it's supposed to signify him contemplating suicide.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being obsessed with this knife that he has, and
It's this
I love this
the
music.
music.
Dude.
I was gonna say
I love this music.
it's the music of this game that really gets you.
It does. I mean, I said it
Because
before.
this sounds like an
when we
innocent
first started.
song.
It does.
Sounds
I
like
mean,
a
it's
really
a pretty
innocent
song. It's a pretty song, but there's just something disjointed about it. Something
Very much.
not quite right. And I think that's where Akira Yamaoka's genius can be seen.
Yeah.
I think he is a musical genius because of his work in these games.
It's stained with something red. Really, James?
It's just Kool-Aid.
Yeah, because I always mix my Kool-Aid with a knife. So it's debatable whether or not the people in this town really exist. Well, I mean, to that extent, it's debatable whether or not the town exists.
Right.
Right?
I think the movie did a good job of portraying that weirdness.
Yeah.
You know, because in the movie you see three versions of the town. You see the abandoned town that's has the coal mines still burning underneath and stuff, and then you see the fog town, you know, where it's just covered in fog and everything, and then you see the dark town where the darkness is just covering everything, you know.
Yeah.
But then it also shows people existing like in the same areas, and like there's even one point where Sean Bean passes his wife, but they're in separate versions of the town, but they pass right by each other, and he says that he thought he smelled her perfume. And I mean, they ran right past each other,
Right.
But they were in different, I guess, dimensions or realms, however you want to explain it.
Right.
But that's what's cool about it, is it doesn't explain it. It lets you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
F you.
We're running away from the
Okay.
leg monster.
So we need to go back. We need to go to the room that had the desk in it. I think it's 105. And that's where we used the coins. Okay, now this is what I was telling you about. This is the room, I think, that has the whisper.
Okay. That one.
It didn't do it. I think it's randomized. Sometimes
really?
it'll do it, and other times it won't. I've only heard it once.
Like the random fog room.
Dude, I don't even know.
I don't even know either. I have no idea what that was.
Okay, we've got a riddle here.
Something's written on the desk. To the right is the lady, to the left is the old one. In the center crawls the other. Not just two spaces remain, but fear not, for now the puzzle is done, the puzzle is done.
Now, what's interesting about this game is, remember at the beginning, we could select a riddle difficulty, And what's cool is that's a pretty straightforward riddle.
Mm-hmm.
But on the higher difficulty,
It's not.
I couldn't figure it out. I needed to walk through to figure it out. Okay, so the snake is in the center. We know that.
Snake, lady, old man.
I keep hitting the map button when I mean to go into the inventory.
Is that the lady? Is the prisoner the lady?
Let's see.
Yeah. Because that's not...
Come on, man. So she goes... She's
on
to
the
left?
right. No.
The right?
Yeah, the lady's on the right. House key. So now we can finally leave the apartment building.
We're getting
because
close.
we got the key. Wait, don't we run into Red Pyramid one more time?
You have your initial boss fight with him.
Yeah, I was going to say.
In that stairwell right there at the end.
That's what I thought you were going to tell me. I think that's a good ending point.
Yeah. Let's just make sure we've done everything that we need to.
This is the room we met Eddie in, right?
No, that was down in the courtyard.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Through that door. That's where Angela was with the knife.
Oh, that's
the
right.
big mirror.
That's right.
Okay, now.
Going for the bullets, huh?
Wait a minute, though. This is the ground floor, right?
Yes.
We need to go up. Where's the stairwell? The other stairwell, right there.
That, like, the echoing noise, what is that?
I don't know.
Just creepy
I
stuff?
think it's just creepy because the only thing in this hallway was that figure we just killed. And there's no static
Yeah.
to signify that there's an enemy nearby. Sounds like that.
I know. I hope our mic is picking that up.
I hope it is. I mean,
Because I have no idea what that is.
it's terrifying.
But the other part of me doesn't want to know.
Right.
Kurt's just taking it. He's a piece.
He's fine.
Like, this is what my house is like. Ain't nobody's got problems.
I haven't even explored these rooms yet. Apparently we wandered into a burial ground. Oh.
We should play the old Friday the 13th game.
We should. There's a new one coming out.
Are you kidding
They
me?
just announced it. A new Friday the 13th game.
There's no way it can be better than that, than the NES one.
That's a pretty terrible game.
It was terrible, but in the same time, it was awesome.
But at the same time, it was amazing.
It's one of those terribly amazing games. Or amazingly terrible games. It works both ways.
It does.
And I mean, that was like my original horror game. Because I remember going into the houses and you had to like switch the rooms, and you never knew when Jason was going to show up, and then all of a sudden he's there, and it's like, crap!
And you had to have like weapons to actually fight him.
Yeah. And Christy would die, and I'd be like, no, Christy! Because my next door neighbor was named Christy.
Was it disconcerting for you?
Very much so. I mean, not as disconcerting as this experience has been.
Right. Okay. We used the Lindhouse key. That's what we got out of the desk. I think this has the stairwell key in it.
To go into 209.
What's the most realistic, violent video game?
That was it. Did you hear the whisper?
Yes.
It's this one?
Did you hear that?
What is it saying?
I don't know.
I did hear it.
I can't decipher what it actually says. It's just freaky.
Kurt wants to know what's the most realistically violent video game.
Realistically violent? I'd say Condemned. Criminal Origins.
You know, I don't play those types of games, so I have no idea. I don't know.
You, in Condemned, you're going through a lot of buildings like this and stuff, and they're filled with, like, homeless people who are affected because of plot details in the game. But you don't have a gun. I mean, you can get a gun, but it's very rare. So you have like whatever you can find, like planks of wood, lead pipes and stuff. And it's very it's first person view. And so it's very in your face and visceral type combat. And it's a lot of it. And so I would say that the violence in that game is pretty realistic. And
I would say probably what's in the letter?
it looks like a letter, doesn't it?
It does. Is it not a letter?
It's not letting me pick it up though.
Hello.
Hi. You scared us.
You guys have like the fog machine going on?
No.
We don't. There's a lot of fog in here though.
Just like,
Yeah, we don't know what's doing
We
that.
didn't. Yeah, we didn't turn it on.
that's weird. There must be something on.
We keep hearing a sound coming from back in one of
there's
these
like
rooms.
It's
a noise.
probably, I bet it's coming. Is it coming from over there?
Yeah, that room's got a lot of fog in
Oh,
it.
that's what it's coming from. Do you want that off?
We're
just
whatever
about
you
done,
want. We're
so
almost
whatever,
done
But
here.
Doesn't
yeah,
matter.
It adds to the ambiance, so it's...
It adds, okay.
it's good to know that the noise is meant to happen, though.
Oh, I should have told you it wasn't.
That was the ghost, I'm telling you. That's the ghost I saw.
Nice. I know one of the most realistically violent games for me that I've played in my lifetime was called Ski Free with the Yeti.
I didn't like that Yeti. Did you know there's actually a way to get past them though?
Really?
There's an accelerate button
Well,
in
Kurt's,
the game.
Kurt's a master of Ski Free.
Yeah.
No, mine was just downhill race. It was like the pixels were as big as your fist.
Yeah. And after you got so far, the Yeti came out and got you.
I don't think mine had a Yeti.
Ski Free had a Yeti.
He didn't have a Yeti.
No, mine was just downhill racer or something.
Well, I'll have to have you play it.
It was exactly 1980 when I was playing it, because I was playing it just before I watched the 1980 Holiday Bowl.
Okay, here we go. You ready for this?
For Pyramid Head? Wait, let me take a drink of Dr. Pepper so I can emotionally prepare myself. You should come watch this fight, Kurt.
What's that?
You should come watch this fight.
You're scaring us, man.
Yeah.
But I'm so comfortable.
Random people keep showing up in the curtains.
Do you want to come play, Troy?
Yeah, I want to see a fight.
We're totally... Oh my gosh.
We're doing that podcast.
Yeah.
Gay friends playing video games. It's fun.
He's moving super slow.
Well, I am on easy, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's just so creepy with that big old, like,
I love that siren.
wannabe Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII.
Well, I like how he carries it too.
Yeah.
Like he's not swinging it around like he's a swordsman. He's
Is
just
he leaving
dragging
already?
it. Yeah. That was. I mean, I
That
forget we're
was-
playing
that
on
was
easy. That
easy.
usually takes a lot longer.
Let's say, like, I prepared myself for a much longer fight, and it was over before I even swallowed my Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. So he walks down these stairs that are filled with water. You see the water there?
That's still very disturbing.
And then he opens the door and it drains the water. And that's how you get out. But that's not the last we'll see at Pyramid Head.
Now we'll see him again. Because it was, as we all know, Pyramid Head is our favorite villain.
Yeah, just on normal mode. I mean, that fight lasts a really long time.
What happens if he kills you?
You have to go back to the safe spot.
I see. He's a very disturbing looking character.
He is. I mean, he's slow moving. He's dragging that knife behind him, and it's still scary.
There's this, where did all the water come from?
I don't know.
Like the running water going on behind us now.
Yeah.
We have no idea what that's doing.
Okay. I think that's about it.
Do you got another safe spot somewhere
That's what
near
I'm
here?
looking for. I'm hoping there's one nearby.
Can you check your map? It won't show you.
No.
Most
But-
likely in the parking lot. I mean, that's where I normally save my game.
Well, yeah.
Rosewater Park.
Let's call it here, because we can go back to the safe spot right before that pyramid fight. That's not a long fight.
Okay.
Let's just do that. Instead of searching for another 15 minutes for a save point.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank
We will
you.
play
We're
the
out.
rest of the game tomorrow.
Yep.
Live.
We'll keep it going. Okay, so we're in the old Conch Hall, the girls' dormitory.
Oh, no wonder it's so scary. It's the girls' dormitory.
So, but just looking at everything, this is what we see today.
Yes.
Is this kind of stuff.
Just creepy kind of.
Wait a sec.
Yeah, so we wanted to give everybody kind of an idea of what the place looked like inside where we were playing the game. I'm still a little on.
I am too. I'm not going to lie.
So I say we walk, go down, test the
Go
waters,
to as far as we feel comfortable.
and then
Come back. Are you good?
I'm just trying to fix the exposure on this. Okay, I think we're good.
Just showing them your footprints. Yeah. Oh, we got dust.
Door. Did you see that? It says door right on there.
It does say door.
it must be a door.
Goes through.
The light right on your face, Lance. I want to get. You could see me. Yes, you can. Ah. Oh, you can't see me.
Yeah, get up in front, Cole, because I'm not going down there first.
See, you know how much I like cool weather. I'll go, oh, thanks, Ghost, for making it nice and cool in here. Oh, that feels great. Awesome.
So this is the place where you would run into Pyramid Head.
Yes. That's what I was just going to say.
So originally we were thinking about doing it in this room.
Yes,
So
because this room's creepy.
we got the desk stuff that I still did up.
Just a single disc. Nothing disturbing.
No.
Nothing creepy about that.
So this is the actual place where they've recorded paranormal activity.
What?
Yeah, they've had actual.
Filming here?
Yeah.
Like ghost hunters come in.
Yep.
Oh, you mean?
Stuff down in here.
And this is the place, the one I was reading you.
Yeah.
This is where he stayed.
Really?
Is in this room.
Where he just got freaked out and freaked.
Dude, I just got it. Did you feel it again?
Where?
And this is what we felt last
That's
time.
from there.
No, it's
No.
not cold.
What is it?
It's not cold.
You mean it's that little breeze right here?
No.
No, it's just a sense of
It just feels off.
off. I just felt it again right as I got right here, which is where I felt it last time.
Off.
Thank you, Kurt. Look, your
What?
name's on the wall. Right here.
What? Oh, that's freaky.
I didn't see that last time. Did you see it last time?
Yeah, but it's sunshine, Kurt. I'm bringing sunshine into this environment. Wow, that is really weird. I come down here and my name is giant on the wall.
So we're going into the kitchen, the cafeteria.
And this is where they've seen the ghost of the cook.
Oh, come on. Babe, I want to see you. Wait, she's a cook. She can't be that hot.
You never know, that seems like Giada de Laurentiis, or
What?
how do you say her name, Cole? The Italian chick?
I just know Lola right now.
Oh, you mean Nigella Bites?
Sure. Nigella Lawson.
Yeah, she's got a divorce recently. She's available.
Yeah, I'm not going any farther.
Seriously. Talk yourself into it.
Well, if you guys are going around the corner, sheesh.
I don't see her. What? Come on.
That scared me, dude. Lance knows I'm usually not this jumpy.
Yeah.
That game got to me.
You know, I would just like to have a nice conversation with this ghost. I mean, come on. I mean, what a story. The time I was not afraid of the ghost came out and said, I don't understand why you're not afraid of me, because watch this. Woo! Ah!
So they said they've seen her walking around in this room.
Yes.
Maybe she's back in the closet.
That's a stairwell leading outside.
This could be this machine.
You know, I know you're trying to be funny because you're...
No, I talk a lot when I'm scared out of my frickin' mind. I can't stop talking when I'm really scared.
You're hilarious, Kurt.
You don't believe me?
I believe you.
You know me well enough to know that when I'm nervous or scared, my mouth just doesn't stop. But hey, coming down and seeing my name on the wall, that's, you know, there's not a lot of Kurt's floating around. So that is kind of interesting. Hey, wasn't this door open before?
The chamber of spirits is closed.
We've been,
Hacked. Been sealed in.
holy crap, we've been locked in.
I wonder what that used to be there. You know, just like a closet or something.
Well,
Look, it says, I love S.H. Silent Hill. That's what that means.
yes.
That's exactly what it means. Secrets!
The
Says right
chamber
there,
of
secrets.
Has been opened. That means it'd be air beware.
You know what would be effective?
Enemies of,
If they slipped in a life-size cutout of the grudge chick that hides in the rafters, you know?
Yeah.
That would be freaky. So you're just walking around in the free yard. See that? Man. I didn't feel it walking back through.
seriously, that's like right there.
Yeah.
You didn't see that before.
No. Did you see it before?
I do it.
And there's blood coming out of the R.
True. So this is very much like the apartments in the game.
In what?
In the game we were just playing.
Really?
The whole area.
I thought you were going to say in Rio. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, there were apartments like this in Rio, but people were living in them.
That's what I mean.
This is a creepy one.
Yeah, it is. With wolf's blood. I damn. That's not scary. Death comes but once, and you're on. Because if you're trying to be creepy, the best thing to do is write the name of some band on the wall.
Sure. Or Sunshine Kurt. That really, whoa. Sunshine. Sunshine.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
But with your help, the devil won't win.
It's true.
That's just a stupid platitude.